Doug Karsch, Scott Anderson, 97 a ticket. We're asking you to call the shot. What do you think Yzerman's up to? What do you think's the next move? Feels like he's war-chested for something big. What do you think that something big is going to be? Not what you would do necessarily, but we're asking you to call the shot. Predict it. From an unnamed texter, goalie or defense, but who knows? The Wings have a lot of holes. That's from an unnamed texter. Trouba or DeBrusque both can bring physicality and will run the power play PK. No need to rush and get an older goalie. Unnamed texter, can the Wings afford Gensel or Reinhart after signing Raymond and Mo?
Yes.
Yeah, but let's think about it. Can they afford, what if they bring back Gostisbehere? What do he make, 4.6? So let's say he gets 5-6 million.
That's not what he asked.
What do you at?
Well,
No, because I'm trying to piece together where he didn't ask that. They might so 15, we think 15 for Raymond and Seider?
Yeah.
So yes, they could easily afford, because they got 33 million. They could easily afford Gensel or Reinhart. Could they afford one of those and Gostisbehere?
I think they might be able to.
I think it'd be pretty close, but I think they could. There are other ways to free up money, too. Reinhart is more of a product of playing with the high flyers. He falls off next season if he's not with the Panthers. That's from Jay and Canton, and that's a legitimate concern. That is a concern. 248-539-9797. Let's go to, what's that?
But I'm not so sure about that.
I'm not either. I think it's a possibility.
Florida they had 4 guys in the team that were scorers, and everybody else was way below that. They had 4 guys. Verhaeghe, Reinhart, Tkachuk, and Barkov. So you throw Reinhart in the mix with Larkin, Raymond, the DeBrincat.
Mm-hmm.
Do we start to see a similar group of 4 that could be there?
Could.
Yeah.
Let's go to Robert Livonia. You're on 97 the ticket. Hi, Robert.
Hey, guys. Good topic. If you're going to choose a Florida Panther player besides Reinhart, because I think he would be a perfect fit for us, he's only 28. I think he's going to produce for the next few years for sure. I'd love to see the Wings go after Brandon Montour, the defenseman. I think he brings a ton of talent. He's 30 years old. He can move the puck. He can score. And he can control the defense.
Well, he is a free agent, and if you moved on from Wallman to create space, cap space, and roster space for Montour, it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, and Draisaitl is a nice piece too, but Draisaitl didn't have any goals in the finals. Reinhart only had 1, but it was the winning goal for Game 7. But Draisaitl has scored so many goals.
I was going to say, I mean, when things happen at the end of the season, stories leak out about injuries and such, I'm not going to be at all surprised to find that Leon Draisaitl was dealing with blank, right? Because he was producing to that point, and then to a point, I should say, in terms of goal scoring, until he wasn't. 10 games without a goal, I think was the last 10 games he played, so the last 3 games of the previous series, and then obviously all 7 games of the finals. He was money leading up to that point. So did he get hurt? Was he dealing with an injury?
I'm pretty sure, Gator, I did see something somewhere that said he had a broken rib against the Stars.
Yeah, so I mean that's a huge thing, and playing through it and still contributing. Look at his track record in the regular season. He's outstanding. He's absolutely outstanding, and he's going to cost an arm and a leg for some team to try to pry him away from Edmonton. At least they're going to ask for it, as they should. Somebody will give it up, because when a superstar becomes available, this doesn't happen often when you got a superstar become available. That's what he is.
Okay, so the other thing we mentioned, the breaking news today, is who are you even dealing with in Edmonton if you're trying to get Leon Draisaitl? Because Ken Holland, the day before the draft, it's officially done.
That he is no longer going to be involved with the Edmonton Oilers in any capacity, and says he's going to take some time off before making his decision on his next move. There's speculation that he might head to Chicago.
Yep.
But yeah, Doug, the draft is tomorrow night.
Yep.
And your GM just left. Now, I'm sure that Ken Holland didn't just leave him high and dry, that they've talked about this for a while to find some sort of successor there, or at least let them know that I'm out before the draft, so we need to find some succession here.
Yeah, and Look, the Draisaitl thing is sort of the borderline unattainable dream, right? It's gotten to be a weird place in Edmonton. His contract is up. He's due a big payday. He didn't have a good finals. And like you said, the injury factor, there's the feeling that Edmonton needs to change course a little bit maybe here and focus a little bit more on defense, build around McDavid. And they don't want to let Draisaitl walk at the end of this coming season without a contract. All the reporting out of Edmonton saying that's just simply not going to happen. They're either sign him into extension or they're going to move on from him. The Red Wings don't seem like a great trade partner, but they're fourth in Vegas odds to get him. So that we've talked about the third team thing a million times. But if they don't have a GM, who are you even calling? Well, free agency starts Monday.
That's the interesting part, right? I mean, what's one of the favorite movies we get to reference is Draft Day, right?
Yeah.
And trying to take advantage of a young GM. Who knows who's going to be heading things up over there? Will it be an inexperienced person, or are they going to get somebody who's ultra experienced? We don't know what's going to happen. And whoever is going to take over as the GM of Edmonton, this is, the biggest move that the organization will make in I don't know how many years. This is a monster move that you can make.
Yep.
You've got this incredible bargaining chip in a player like Leon Draisaitl, and if you feel that you have to trade him, then here we go.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing what Yzerman's next move is. I feel like everybody's kind of on the edge of their seats because what they did yesterday.
Well, when they trade Jake Wallman,
there are I guess there are people around the league saying, wait, we could have had Jake Wallman? Like, why didn't they call us? Because it sounds to me like he probably could have bid down the tag on draft pick. Like, I'm not sure this was the best executed plan by Steve Yzerman. If they get to a better place, then fine, but still seems really weird. 248-539-9797. Another edition of Who's on Top coming up shortly. In the meantime, still getting reaction for people calling their shots. What's the next big Red Wing move? What do you think it is? Albert says the big move is a lie. He's clearing cap space to save money because he can't find his, quote, right guy. Also, the youngsters are going to be further blocked in the minors by guys like Petrie and Mata or Fisher. No playoffs again next season, but the Yzer plan will be called working, according to Albert.
So you don't think they're going to spend the money, Albert?
No, apparently not. They just gave away Wallman for no reason.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Steve Yzerman builds a time machine and bring back the Russian Five. From fake Marco Casper, going to trade for Gibson and Zegras from the Ducks since both are rumored to be on the block.
Yeah, I don't want Gibson.
No.
Well, and the thing is, he was at one point in time he was an outstanding goaltender, but he's been horrible for the last few seasons. Now the Ducks haven't been anything special either. Ducks and Red Wings, neither team is really good defensively. So would he be coming to a similar situation? He's on the wrong side of 30. He'll be 31 next month. And if he's already sliding, why do you want him? And again, it's about sustainability, right?
Yep.
I'd rather go into it with Lyon and Husso, with the two prospects they have waiting in the wings. And look, Augustine's a long way away because he's just starting his college career. And Kosa is probably a couple years away before getting an opportunity. So let these guys run out. And